Hello boys and girls, Mrs Fisher here. I'm here today to read you a story while school is closed. I hope you enjoy it. So the book I have chosen, the story I have chosen to read you today is a story called The Chimpanzees of Happy Town. And it is a book written by two authors, Giles Andre and Guy Parker Rees. Okay, and you might recognise the name of those authors. They've written another very popular book called Giraffes Can't Dance. So if you have read Giraffes Can't Dance before, hopefully you will enjoy the story today. So here we go. The Chimpanzees of Happy Town. There was a town not far from here called Drabsville, USA, where all the houses looked the same. All of them were grey. There were no parks to play in. There were no trees at all. And the chimpanzees who lived there all felt very sad and small. Poor chimpanzees. Now Chutney. I wonder if you can spot Chutney on this page. Can you see him? Now Chutney, he was a traveller. And did you spot him? He's right there in the middle. He looks very different to all the other people, doesn't he, in Drabsville? Now Chutney was a traveller. He travelled far and wide, and he came home with a box one day which had a seed inside. Can you see his box? It's very fancy. It's covered in jewels. I wonder what sort of seed could be inside. What do you think? One day, he planted it, he watered it, and he watched it slowly grow until one day the mayor, that's him up here, saw it and shouted, "No, no, no!" From way up in his palace, he had spotted Chutney's seed, and now he bellowed, "Chop it down! Destroy that ghastly weed!" "You can't grow things in Drabsville. That is just beyond the pale. Guards, seize that wretched chimpanzee and throw him straight in jail." So Chutney went to prison, where his cell was cold and bare, and the mayor left for his winter break to catch some country air. Poor Chutney in jail. He looks really sad, doesn't he? But meanwhile, back at Chutney's house, the boy and girl next door said, "We must water Chutney's seed and make it grow once more." And with the children's love and care, it wasn't very long before the seed stretched out its shoots and grew up tall and strong. Wow, what a beautiful tree that's grown. And Chutney from his prison cell looked out one day to see the leaves and flowers and branches of his own beloved tree. It gave him strength, it gave him hope, it made him happy too. And when at last they let him out, he said, "There's work to do." I wonder what he could mean. What work could there be to do? Let's find out. "Chimpanzees, this town is dead. These streets are all the same. Let's celebrate our differences. Let's make it fun again. Let's make our houses colourful. Let's pull our fences down. And while we're at it, why not change its name to Happy Town?" The chimpanzees fell silent. These were stirring words to hear. "He's right," they said. "That Chutney is right." And they began to cheer. Hooray! "I'm going to paint mine pink," one said. "That's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to climb up onto the roof and paint the chimney blue." My windows will look fabulous without those iron bars, and the walls will be a symphony of flowers, hearts and stars. Then Chutney stopped and looked up at the palace of the mayor. The children need a place to play, he said. Let's build it up there. Uh-oh, Chutney, I don't know if that's a good idea. The mayor won't be very happy, will he? So they pulled the palace down. Uh-oh. And built a playground. Looks fun though. It's got swings. It's got a roundabout. It's got a rocket ship. And it's got lots of other things. What a fun playground. Just look at that. Let's have a party, Chutney said, with yummy things to eat. There were sausages and ice cream and even dancing in the street. They look like they're having lots of fun at that party. And everyone was happy now, except, of course, who's this? The mayor, who came back from his holiday, who came back to his palace, but his palace wasn't there. What's happened here? He said. Enough! Guards, seize them, everyone! But the guards, of course, just laughed and said, we're having too much fun. So they put the mayor in prison and he settled in quite well until one day the new mayor came and opened up his cell. Who's the new mayor? It's Chutney. Mayor Chutney said, you see my tree? Well, now I hope you know that everything that we cut down will find a way to grow. And can you see Chutney's beautiful tree in the middle of Happy Town? And things will always blossom if we dare to set them free. It's no different for a little flower as it is for a chimpanzee. And just look how much better and happier that town looks now than it did at the beginning in Drabsville. I think I'd like to live in Happy Town. It looks very, very fun. And then just to finish, we've got Chutney underneath his beautiful tree. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that story and I hope to see you very soon. Take care, bye bye.